Family culture. Characteristics of the Korean family. The traditional Korean family is a large family of many generations with Confucianism at its roots, but the modern form of family in Korea is a nuclear family consisting of parents and their children. Generally, children move out of the house when they grow up and get married, although some leave their parents and live independently when they become an adult. Because children tend to live longer with their parents compared to other countries, the Korean family is very tight-knit.
Language. Etiquette. The Korean language uses different expressions and terms depending on the age and status of the person being addressed and relationship and intimacy with the person. The Korean language employs forms of honorific speech and normal speech. If the person you are addressing is older than you or occupies a higher position, you should use honorific speech. You should also use this form of speech when you're talking in public places. If the person you are addressing is your friend or your subordinate, you should use the normal form of speech. You should also use this form of speech when you are talking to children.
Manners and etiquette for special occasions. Wedding ceremonies in Korea today usually take place at a commercial wedding hall, hotel, or church, whereas traditional Korean weddings were held at the bride's house. Traditionally, all guests to a wedding need to prepare a gift money of some appropriate amount for the bride or groom. Guests to a wedding ceremony need to dress appropriately to respect and celebrate the occasion. Men should wear suits and women should avoid white or pink and should not wear anything dressier than the bride's wedding dress. In Korea today, most wedding ceremonies and receptions take place at separate venues and guests are led to a reception hall for dining, although some ceremonies are held at a dining hall with guests served with food. After the ceremony, the bride and groom change to Korean traditional garments called hanbok and move to a special venue where the traditional paibik ritual takes place.
Funeral. A 3-day funeral is common in Korea. The best time to visit is between 9 to 2300 hours on the second day because the funeral parlor may not be ready on the first and the coffin is carried out first thing in the morning on the third day. Mourners, both men and women visiting the funeral house are expected to wear a black suit with black tie and shoes, although other dark colors such as dark blue or gray will also be acceptable. On arriving at the funeral house, mourners exchange bows with the bereaved family members before paying their respect to the deceased person by offering incense. The incense offering is traditionally followed by 2 deep bows to the portrait and exchanging a single bow with the bereaved family and offering a word of condolence. Christians tend to give gentle nods rather than deep bows to express their condolence.
Tip. Terms for addressing family members. In the Korean language, there are different terms for addressing family members and relatives on the maternal and paternal sides. When a couple gets married, the family of one spouse is also regarded as his or her own, and they should be addressed with the proper term.
Everyday food. Koreans enjoy eating together and sharing their food. If they invite guests, they tend to serve better food than their usual food. A typical Korean meal mainly consists of steamed rice, soup, and side dishes. Types of soup include guk soup, tang soup or stew, and jjigae stew, while the huge variety of side dishes include seasoned vegetables, steamed dishes, boiled dishes, grilled dishes, stir-fried dishes, deep-fried dishes, and pancake dishes. However, the most representative side dish is of course kimchi. As an alternative to steamed rice, there are various noodle dishes: hot noodle soup, cold buckwheat noodles, sujibi, hand-pulled dough soup, and tteok, rice cake.
Korea's staple foods. Steamed rice. Steamed rice is a staple in almost all Korean meals, and Koreans prefer sticky rice. Barley beans and other grains are also added to rice.
Kimchi. Kimchi is a staple side dish served at almost every meal. Kimchi not only tastes great, but is highly nutritional and easy to store. Vegetables such as radish, Napa cabbage, and cucumber are salted and seasoned with chili, garlic, green onion, ginger, and fermented fish, and are then sealed in a pot and left to ferment for a certain period. Winter kimchi, or gimjang, is prepared during late November to early December for the cold season when fresh. Napa cabbage is not readily available. Koreans usually get together with their close relatives to make large amounts of winter kimchi.
A typical Korean meal consists of a bowl of rice, kimchi, one type of soup or stew, and several side dishes served all at once. Vegetables, meat, seafood, fish, and various other ingredients are used, and many different cooking methods are used. Some of the most popular and widely eaten soup, stew, and side dishes are as follows.
Soup and stew. Mayakguk, soup made with seaweed. Koreans eat this soup on their birthday. Kongnamulguk, soybean sprout soup, seolongtang, a rich soup made by simmering ox bones, brisket, and other cuts of beef for many hours. Kimchi jjigae, kimchi stew boiled with pork, vegetables, and other ingredients. Doenjang jjigae, soybean paste stew boiled with tofu, radish, mushroom, and onion. Side dishes bulgogi, thinly sliced beef marinated in sweet soy-based sauce and stir-fried with vegetables. Galbi, grilled marinated beef or pork ribs. Jeokbakyum, pork seasoned in spicy sauce and stir-fried with assorted vegetables. Sangsiangui, salted or seasoned grilled fish. Sangsianjoram, fish and vegetables braised with soy sauce and seasoning.